Hey guys, Sci-Fi Guy 2094 here. I'm going to do a quick review for an indie movie called Being. So we open up this film with the main character who's been gone for 6 years. Apparently he doesn't know exactly how long he's been gone, but they're kind of questioning him. Like these FBI agents are kind of like questioning him in a room about like why he didn't file a missing persons report, and they just think it's really strange that he doesn't even know exactly how long he's been gone. So we go back and forth between him being questioned and then the events that actually transpired to why he actually is being questioned in the first place. So then we go back and we see that he comes back after 6 years. Okay, he goes to his family shop slash home, and his brother is signing the deed over to the house to these people who live in town who already own like a lot of property in town. So there's those people, it's like him and his girlfriend, and then there's like a few brothers that are also here. Um, so basically, what happens in this movie is they start seeing and hearing things like out in the barn. So they go out to investigate it. They see some type of weird being, and the girl takes like a shot, but she misses, and then she shoots her boyfriend in the leg, which is like the guy who's it's that couple. They're the ones that are trying to like buy this home. So he gets shot in the leg. He's bleeding out. They like tie a belt around it to, prevent him from bleeding out. And then you have this other chick who's pregnant, who is with the one of the other brothers. And she's like, okay, we have to get him to a hospital, otherwise he's gonna bleed out. But then you have this fanatic guy who's kind of like religious in a way, and he thinks that these beings are here to judge them, and that basically they're going to bring about not necessarily the end of the world, but I guess they're here to judge humanity for their sins or their transgressions or wrongdoings or whatever the case may be. So he doesn't let anybody leave. He basically just he basically lets that guy bleed out because he doesn't want anybody to leave the house, because he believes these beings are out there and that they're safer inside, and that they won't be affected by the rapture or something like that. Um, so what's revealed in this movie isn't really too much. Like they don't reveal where the main character went. All he says is that he was somewhere in the future when he was taken. He doesn't really remember it. They don't really elaborate too much on what happened to him. But then there's a scene where um, this doorway of light appears, and the pregnant chick walks into it, as well as the main character. They walk into it. The fanatic guy doesn't really want them to do that, so he's trying to take shots at like the being that they see in this doorway that's opened up. He doesn't really shoot the being. It doesn't work. This is like some type of advanced alien race, right? But anyway, they wake up on the floor, and seemingly the timeline has shifted because the chick that was now pregnant and with one guy is now not pregnant, and now she's with the main character. And we see the one dude who she was with originally. He drives by the house, and he's just like thinking, he's just like dumbfounded because like now they're together instead of her being with him. So the timeline shifted. um yeah, they didn't really explain too much about it, which is fine. Some things can be kind of ambiguous, and that's fine. But overall, I'm going to say narratively, this was not the greatest film, but there were some really good concepts in here. And I'm sure there are other films that have done similar things, but just expanded it better as far as, someone being abducted and then returning. Probably done it way better than this film. So anyway, this is it's an okay film. Not anything too great. Um, but the FBI people who were questioning him, they do have this more broad network to where they see more around the world of what's happening, and it's not just an isolated case. So they've been researching these disappearances, and they've been compiling data and doing all these investigations because there are many around the world, and this is just one more that they've looked into, and they're going to keep the research up, and they're going to keep trying to figure out like why these strange disappearances are happening. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you have like the religious leader. He's kind of like the town, I guess, like priest or something, and he believes that they are kind of these either demonic or angelic beings as well, and he doesn't want any of this stuff to get out. So he tells like the sheriff to like cover things up about the events that happen, because they eventually made a call to the cops. So he's trying to get his son to cover it up. um but yeah, that's pretty much it. This movie I'd give a 4 out of 10. Not anything great. It's okay. There's a really good song at the end, which is the best thing about this. It's called "The Devil Again," and it's this really awesome song. That is the best part about this movie. So check that out. It's by a band called, I believe they're called Church of the Crystal Skull, I think. And it's called "The Devil Again." So yeah, check that out. It's a really good song.